Hi, everybody. Spending some more time with the dog, won't you? It's a Monday morning, August the 20th, 2012. Another edition of Weber on Sports. Oh, hope you had a great weekend. It was beautiful, wasn't it? Well, you get this time of the year, and when the Seneca Falls Country Club has their qualifier for their championship, which many of the clubs obviously have championships, and they're about the same time as the Seneca Falls Country Club, our club does it. The qualifier was on Saturday, and some 40 young players and middle-aged players and older players were trying to vie for the final 14 spots. Obviously, it's a 16-member event on Labor Day weekend. Ultimately, the winner, after a few matches, would come on as the champion. Doug Brown, of course, is the champion of a year ago. So there was like 40 players trying for 14 spots. Arthur Lyons winning the stroke play championship was automatic, along with Doug Brown. Congrats goes out to Booty at Boudreaux. Even though he likes Tiger Woods over Rory McIlroy, I will forgive him for that. I still think he made a mistake, but that's another subject. Congratulations to Booty with a sparkling 71, which was medalist on Saturday during their qualifier. It took 79, and there was a bunch of people playing off for those final couple of spots, 79 to make it. And, of course, a playoff ensued, which, of course, now completed the field of some 16 players, which, again, will play on Labor Day weekend. One fascinating part of the story is Marv Serafino, like a 1955 Corvette. Yes, Marv is 70-some years of age, but he is like fine wine. He just gets better. Does he hit it a mile out there? No, but he hits it out there far enough to play. Got a great short game, and he's an excellent putter. Marv Serafino, I tip my cap, and my one-eye salute goes out to Marv for making the field of 16. Yes, he's older, but I'll tell you right now, he's got some game, and he'll be a tough foe, whoever he tees off with on the first round match. So they're getting ready to play. Once again, congratulations to Ed Boudreaux for shooting a 71. The young guns made it. Harry Hyde and John Sandless, a couple of young guns. We hope to have them on the Dog and Polly show, hopefully in the next couple of weeks if their schedules allow. And, of course, my pick for winning this, and, of course, I hate to put the Weber Malak on any one of those fine members, my colleagues down there, but I'm picking John Sandless, young John Sandless. I have not seen this kid hit a golf ball. They tell me he is a phenomenal player, and I believe it. I just have never seen him swing at a golf ball. They say he's quite the player. So I'm picking John Sandless, the young gun, to come through and win the 2012 Seneca Falls Country Club Championship. Sorry, John. I had to put the Malak on you. The Weber curse is now on your shoulders. Well, staying with the world of golf, the Wyndham Championships in North Carolina. They're resuming play this morning at 9 o'clock down in North Carolina. They had heavy rains yesterday, only allowing the leaders to play 4 or 5 holes. They are now being shown on Golf Channel as I do this show starting at 9:30 a.m. And by the way, I must pick on the meteorologists of the world because I always like taking shots at those ladies and guys that do this for a living. What a job. You're never right. Hello? Let me give you a little show and tell here. Yesterday at about, 3:15 or so, it was raining in Carolina during the play, and they were still playing because the greens hadn't got soaked yet. The traps had not taken out a ton of water. And they had a radar screen come up, and let's make believe this is the radar screen here. And they were showing this green blob here. It wasn't a big blob, it was a small blob. And Bill McAtee, the CBS anchor, was saying that blob is going to go quickly through Greensboro, North Carolina, and we'll be playing golf. The rain will stop in probably 12 to 15 minutes, according to the meteorologist of North Carolina. 2 hours and 10 minutes later, they called it because it didn't stop raining. Folks, the meteorologists in North Carolina are as ugly and as bad as the ones in Seneca County and around the Finger Lakes and central New York. Clueless. When are they ever going to figure this out? What happened to that blob, that little small blob? And, oh, by the way, back of the blob was clear sailing. 2 hours and 20 minutes. It never stopped raining. It was going to go through in 15. Give me a break. I wish the hell I had been a meteorologist. They get paid a good salary, and they're never right. Okay, I got that off my chest. Hey, let's talk about Dick's Sporting Goods in Endicott. I had the chance to go down there with my father-in-law Sam and a few of my friends. A couple of times I've been down when it was the BC Open. Now it's called the Dick's Sporting Goods in Endicott, New York. A year ago, that course was totally flooded. What a great field. All the superstar, the champion senior event show up at Endicott to play in the 3-day event. I don't know what happened to Freddie Couple. I'm assuming his bad back popped up again because Freddie was expected to play, but I didn't see his name on the list. So I'm assuming he had to back out because of his ongoing back spasm issue. But the Langers, the Jay Haas, you name it, they were in Endicott, New York. And what a feel-good story. Willie Wood. Yeah, the name Willie Wood. Won the tournament, picked up $270,000. He's exempt now for the next year on the Champions Tour. How tough was it for Willie Wood to play in a seniors tournament? He has to Monday qualify. He did. He's a Monday qualifier. Willie Wood now has changed the fortunes of his life. He's had a tough life. He lost his wife to a disease early on, several years ago. He's had some bumps and bruises along the way. But one thing that I did not know about Willie Wood, and Brandel Chambly on the Golf Channel mentioned this last night, if you flash back to the 20th century, not that many years ago, folks, Willie Wood, believe it or not, was chosen by a panel of golf writers and golf announcers as one of the 10 best junior golfers in the century. Willie Wood. I didn't know that. Maybe you did. One of the best junior golfers when he played in that kind of a level of participation. So we're going back quite a few years. But he was voted as one of the top 10 best junior golfers of the century. And he's a short guy. Willie Wood. It just brings really warmth to my heart to see David beat Goliath. Way to go, Willie Wood, as he moves on now with full exemption and a bunch of cash. And you know, I kind of like, I've talked about this on this show, I like Timmy Lumpy Heron. Lumpy they call him because he's got the big gut. He might even have a bigger gut than a dog, but he's got a big gut. And he's a friendly guy. Comes out of Minnesota, likes his Coors Lights, likes his double cheeseburgers, likes his onion rings. He's just a kind of a guy that you really could hang out at a bar and have a couple of drinks with. Well, Timmy Heron started with a 76. 6 over after round 1 of the Wyndham Championship on Thursday. But Lumpy Heron, what did he shoot on Friday, second round? A 61. That's some sort of a golf record. 76, 61. Awesome. At last check, he was like 4 or 5 under par. Going to make a decent check for the week, but that's what you call never give up. Well, staying on the world of golf, Jason Duffner, who's playing phenomenal golf, won twice this year. He's in the hunt for another one this weekend, which is being played right now as I tell you because of the rain delay yesterday in Carolina at the Wyndham Championship. The FedEx playoffs start next week with the Barclays. They're going back to Bethpage State Park, a tough track. Jason Duffner was scheduled to play with Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy on Thursday and Friday. Jason is not going to be playing with Rory and Tiger. Why? He's skipping the tournament. Now, let me get this right. They pick you up at the airport. They give you a free complimentary Mercedes. You're playing for a purse of $1,440,000, winner's check, $1,440,000. Okay? They give you free food, free golf balls, free gloves, free clubs, nice hotel, nice house to stay in while you're at Bethpage. He's tired. I guess you make so much money, folks, you just don't care anymore. Jason Duffner, a great golfer, don't get me wrong. He's having a great year. But how do you skip the first round of the FedEx playoffs? He's tired. Oh, boy. Oh, by the way, he's not carrying his own bag, by the way. They have a caddy. Well, you figure it out. But staying on the finale of the golf world, there's 2 more comments on golf. The famous Canal Cup between the Seneca Falls Country Club, my colleagues, where I'm a member, and my good old buddies from Silver Creek, Norm Sharman, who's a good buddy of mine, the owner of Silver Creek. I got my great golf game in great shape playing out of Silver Creek for some 20-some years. Yep, I could shoot 82 or 103. Hasn't changed a bit now that I'm at Seneca Falls. But they had this Canal Cup. You know, there's a bunch of guys from Seneca Falls Country Club get together with a bunch of guys from Silver Creek, and they play, and they do the Ryder Cup format, alternate shots, best ball, etc., etc. Then they have a nice dinner on Sunday night to culminate the event. Hello, Silver Creek. Let me give you a Weber bulletin. You're 0-8 You've lost 8 matches in a row to the Seneca Falls Country Club. And nothing against the crop of players that played this past weekend there, but we didn't have our A team there. We have even better players standing on the sidelines ready to come in. The dog has a few suggestions. You guys were 0-8. It's time to... The flag, the white, it's over. No more golf, no more Canal Club. Let's keep it as the Canal Cup, and let's move it to darts. If you don't like darts, let's move it to pool, okay? Or let's play water polo, or let's do badminton, or let's do, 50-yard chips with golf clubs. But let's not play the Ryder Cup format. You cats can't beat the Seneca Falls Country Club. Get over it. You're a nice bunch of folks over there at the creek. I love y'all. But you can't compete. You're 0-8. Goodbye. You're the New York Mets of the Canal Club. I'm sorry. I had to say it. What can I tell you, folks? You guys have got to change the sport. That's the dog suggestion. And, the last comment on golf, myself and Steve Henry in a round-robin format played our good friends Brad Jones and John King at the Seneca Falls Country Club on Sunday. And they were waving the flag early. We just came out, smoking the ball. Henry played well. I hit the ball very well for myself. It was over early. It was never a contest. Brad Jones didn't give the dog an 8-inch putt on number 3, trying to show upmanship to me, trying to get into my head by not giving me an 8-inch putt. Even though I didn't give him a 2.5-footer on 17, he bellyached all the way to the 18th tee. You know what, folks? It was funny. Brad Jones was so emotionally upset, losing the front 9. Where was he? On the 10th tee, he was genuflecting, saying the rosary. How bloodied did Brad Jones get on the front 9? It was so bad. He got bloodied up so bad that he had to call 444, 4444. So if you see my good friend Brad Jones, ask how he did on Sunday. And I felt sorry for my buddy Johnny King, who was trying to hang in there, but he was playing with the Albatross, Buford. Boys, we'll see you tomorrow. Well, let's talk about the world of baseball. Perfect game for King Felix Hernandez. I always kid about Seattle saying they're a worthless team, and the only thing Seattle reminds me of is Starbucks. I need to retract that. I do, because King Felix Hernandez just pitched a perfect game, the 23rd in Major League Baseball history. Awesome performance. This guy has got so much talent. Of course, he's the only player the team has got, but he is really uno number 1. Phenomenal performance. And before we take our commercial break, remember Melky Cabrera when he played with the Yankees? I watched Melky, and I kind of liked Melky Cabrera. He seemed to hustle. He got a few good hits. Once in a while, he hit one out of the ballpark. And all of a sudden, the Yankees found him to be disposable, so they traded him. He ends up with the Giants. He plays real good. I watched him one night, West Coast game, Giants-Dodgers. He seemed faster afoot. He was hitting long balls out quite regularly. He was smashing the baseball. I said to myself, Melky's no spring chicken. What's going on? Well, now we find out. He got caught using illegal drugs to get his levels of testosterone too high. They sat him down for 50 games. He'll be done for the year. Can you say stupid? Can you spell stupid? Can you spell idiot? Can you spell moron? This guy was a free agent after this year. He was looking at a $50 million contract. I'm not saying that a major league team won't take him, but I can tell you right now, he won't be getting $50 million because he'll always have an asterisk next to his name, folks, next to his production as a drug abuser, as a guy that got the death penalty, 50-game suspension. So to me, IDIOT, flat out idiot, and he's stupid, and I have zero sympathy for Melky Cabrera. Hopefully you agree. This is Weber on Sports. A few more topics to talk about here on a Monday, the 20th of August. Let's take a break and hear from our great sponsors that make this show possible. Welcome back, everybody. It's a dog with you in the kennel on a Monday. Hope you're having a good Monday AM. Let's go to the world of racing. Let's talk nationwide. They were in Montreal this past Saturday. Justin Allgaier won the race in a slamming, bamming finish up in Montreal. Oh, update on poor Danica. Yep, Ted Flock and Dickie Marshall, their favorite driver. Somebody threw a shoe on the track. You can't make this stuff up. And she runs over a shoe. And she breaks her rear axle. Goodbye. Poor Danica, 27th. Bob Oman and Leslie Oman are big fans of Danica Patrick. The dog says that she should be selling cosmetics at Walmart. Poor Danica, another tough weekend. Well, let's go to NASCAR Michigan race. The Biff man, Greg Biffa, wins Pure Michigan race on Sunday. How about Jimmy Johnson? Leading, coasting with 6 laps to go. Ha, ha, ha. Where's the winner's check? All of a sudden, the car is slowing down. Pooh, the smoke is seen. It's over. Another blown engine. What was that, 3 yesterday for the Henrik, the prized billionaire Henrik organization? Huh? Henrik, would you like to be ahead of the Henrik engine department this morning? I don't think so. 3 blown engines. 3, folks. So I don't think Mr. Henrik is going to be in a smiley mood after yesterday's race with Jimmy Johnson, the 48 car, dominating the race at the end, only to see a blown engine send it packing. Well, that's just the world of racing. Let's switch to the Little League World Series. Yep, being played in Williamsport, PA. I love the Uganda team. I checked them out a little bit on TV. My God, those kids from Uganda, aren't they tall? Look like a couple of kids were 6'6", playing Little League baseball. Seriously, check it out. And another fact that I was not aware of, did not know, that the great state of Nebraska had never sent a team to the Little League World Series. You would think Nebraska, good sports town, known primarily, no doubt, for football, Cornhusker country, but you would think that it would have at least a Little League team be good enough to make it. What is the Little League World Series? Over 50 years of age? Never making it until this year to the Little League World Series. Well, a guy named Pete Gluzak is a champion here on Cayuga Lake nearby. He wins some perks plus some cash for winning the Bass Pro Shop Northern Open Fishing Tournament, which was staged on Cayuga Lake this past weekend. I guess I got a needle of Seneca County Chamber of Commerce for the lack of publicity. That's the first I'd seen it. The other day, somebody reminded me that, hey, we got some Bass Pro fishermen down in our Cayuga Lake. I don't fish, so the dog wouldn't be in a boat watching these guys participate. My nephew, Steve Kroll, is an excellent professional fisherman, and he's made a lot of money in a lot of tournaments, winning a lot of gold for competing and winning. But I got to give a needle to our Seneca County Chamber of Commerce. Where was the pre-publicity for this event? And again, you bring something like that with all of those highfalutin famous fishing guys and ladies around the world. You need to talk about it, you need to promote it. So I think maybe they get a little black eye for not promoting it the way they should have. So hopefully they'll do a better job next year. So congratulations to Pete Gluzak, the winner of the 2012 Bass Pro Shop Northern Open. Well, the Yankees win last night against Boston. I think their loss column lead. Again, that's the only column you ever look at, folks. Never look at the win column. You can make up wins. You cannot make up losses. I don't think it's 5 or 6 games against Baltimore and Tampa. Is it a big lead? It's okay. There's, 40-some games left? It's okay. But I got to tell you about the Yankees. I know Mary's and my wife's a big fan, but keep Job out in the bullpen. Send him packing. Do something, will you? I know he had the Tommy John. He'd come back, but he's not scaring anybody. His ERA in relief appearances is over 9. Hello? Job is throwing the high, hard fastballs. Yes, he would get the dog out. Yes, he would strike me out. No doubt about it. He might strike out Jimmy Senecrope, the owner of FingerLakes1.com, but you throw those high, hard fastballs, those Major League Baseballs, players are licking their chops. So, Job, please, Joe Girardi, keep him in the bullpen. Don't bring him in. He is really sad making his return. I'm not sure I'd play him at all. I think I'd leave him off the roster in the playoffs. Seriously. Wait till next year. And the Mutts, it's time to pick on the Mutts. Yep. So what? They win a couple of games, though. They lost yesterday at Washington. There's 18 games behind Washington in the loss column. 18. So it's over. See you later. Another horrible year for the Mets. Oh, by the way, I always give you the Terry Collins line of the week. Terry Collins, after losing to Washington yesterday 5-2, quote unquote, we're not playing that great right now. Quote unquote. We're not playing that great right now. Really? Seriously? How would you know? Oh, this just in, Jim has handed me a note. Major League Baseball has agreed to allow the Mets to play in the College World Series next year. They're going to allow them to leave the majors for 2 to 3 weeks to play. Reason being is they can't beat the major leaguers. Maybe they can beat the college kids. Oh my God, dog, you're just brutal when it comes to the Mutts. Hey, State Fair opening up on Thursday. Myself and Mary and the Lopez's, Gene and Sandy, looking forward to maybe making a trek down there next Monday after the dog show. State Fair, nothing quite like it. I know I'm not a big fan of going into all those buildings. Mary and Sandy probably will go into all of them. Myself and Gene, Sandy's husband, will sit outside waiting for the ladies to come out with their bags of goodies. Can't wait for that to happen. And the NFL is coming soon, and I'm really not into preseason. Everybody talks to me about preseason. Who cares? Preseason is nothing. My neighbor is playing for the Baltimore Ravens. He walked on. You know, he's 6'1", 290 pounds, and he's 68 years old. They brought him in as a walkout. Don't get me excited about preseason. To me, that's zippo. Nada. Nothing. Let me see the real thing when the bell rings. And that'll happen in a couple of weeks. I can't wait. Well, I can't wait for Wednesday's show. We have a great guest coming in for the Dog and Paulie. The talented coach, the superb athlete out of Waterloo, Crystal Jensen, will be with us for the full hour. Crystal, of course, softball, volleyball, varsity coach for the Waterloo Indians. She'll be here for the full hour talking about her resume, what she has done with both of those programs, and what she thinks of the sporting world as a complete scenario. We'll talk about other things involved the world of sports, get her opinion on the Olympics, and a whole lot more. So Crystal Jensen will be our special guest for the full hour this coming Wednesday on the Dog and Polly Show. So please don't miss that. Well, folks, as usual, it's great to have you alongside on a Monday morning. Take care, everybody. And I can't help it by taking shots at the Mets every week. It's just part of my nature. Take care, everybody. That's a look at sports my way.